what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Crown Euro Cars in sunny Pinellas Park, Florida, because guess what? We have a 2020 Mercedes Benz E450. Now, if you're wondering, E450, where does that fall? That is a mid-size luxury, and you could either get luxury sedan or in this case, a luxury coupe. What's wonderful though is that you're gonna get twin turbo V6 power. You could get your E450 in all-wheel drive, which would be Mercedes-Benz 4MATIC, or like this one, classic rear-wheel drive. So let's go ahead, dive into this 2020 Mercedes-Benz E450. Right off the bat, I love the color. That metallic green, such a perfect color that just fits the shape of this car down to a T. You'll see the updated headlight design that was new for 2019. This being a 2020 continues that daytime running lamp. It's almost like two little Mercedes-Benz fingers. That's all LED daytime running lamps, and of course, full LED headlights as well. As we drop down, get ready for a zonk. Non-functional air vents. I wish that they would have made these at least air curtains, or here's a better thing. Keep the horizontal flat black, and then keep the rest the nice, beautiful color of the paint job. I think that would have looked a lot cleaner. But as we come across that open, nice grille, like diamonds sprinkled all over this Mercedes-Benz emblem in the center. You got your forward-facing camera mounted right above the Mercedes-Benz logo. This is that optional lighting up star. So at night, this actually has LED lighting where it lights the whole emblem up, makes it look really great. We come down, you have flat black on the lower portion, and then a little bit of a low lip spoiler that's shiny chrome to match the Mercedes-Benz logo and the chrome pieces that flank that logo. Very, very high luxury look and feel to it. Now, as we pop up onto the hood, you have a body line that starts right on the front fascia, goes into the hood, that iconic Mercedes-Benz logo. And I really dig what Mercedes is doing with their hood design, especially these two bulges on each side in the center. You could see that from behind the business end, and it gives you a great look out over the hood. Now, as we come around the bend, very, very clean lines. You got a nice wheel setup. So this is an AMG branded wheel. This is not an AMG car though, but you do get an AMG. This is an optional wheel. I like the machined silver, and then a very, very light gray goes really well. 19-inch wheel, 245 on the width, 40 series sidewall. You can see the large 4-piston Mercedes-Benz branded caliper, and then those rotors cross-drilled and fully ventilated. So even though this isn't an AMG car, you're getting some pretty beefy brakes on this E450. As we continue down the side, I like how clean the lines are. No fake vents, nothing like that. We go into the mirrors, very, very clean design. You have your full LED turn signals, a little bit of gloss black, which is a nice touch, and then the silver trim around both the bottom and the top of the windows. A little bit of shiny bit on the door handles as well. I think the side sill extends just enough to give it that personality that you're expecting from this car. Now, going up onto the roof, what I don't like is they did not black out the whole roof. This has a panoramic glass roof, which is really nice, but the problem is that it's the rest of this roof is that beautiful green color. Now, with this color, it almost looks black, but this is not black, it's actually green. So I wish they would have made that all one nice cohesive piece. Love the rear fenders on the E45, the way they kind of flare out, and then coming around to the back of this particular one, you can see the color match trunk lid spoiler, full LED lighting, which was updated for 2019. The rear bumper fascia was updated for 2019, and I like the way that the exhausts are integrated. Now, the good news is that these are actually functional. So Mercedes-Benz, one of those companies that's been putting a lot of fake decorative exhausts on. This is actually functional, so that really works. The rear diffuser is really clean, and I'm glad that they brought some of that chrome from the front onto the rear. Very, very simple and clean German design. Let's pop the hood and see what's powering this E450. All right, guys, we got the hood popped on the E450. Now, there is a bunch of plastic under the hood, and I am gonna zonk that, but I do like the Mercedes-Benz logo. What you're looking at underneath all that plastic is a 3-liter twin turbo V6, 362 horsepower, 369 pound-feet of torque. It's all mated to a 9-speed automatic transmission. Guess what? This will rocket the E450 0 to 60 in 5 seconds, top speed 130 miles an hour, MPGs 20 in the city, 28 on the highway. One thing that's great is that all 2020 models get automatic blind spot monitoring. That's already standard on the car. Other than that, you're pretty much standard affair. Mercedes Benz underneath the hood. Let's get to the best part of any startup. Let's go ahead and fire it up and see what it sounds like. All right, guys, we're in the E450, the 2-door coupe. Loving the color combination, that green, and as you can see, this color interior. I know you're probably saying, well, Joe, this thing looks like they did some extra tweaking to it based off of last year, 2019. I'm liking it. I like that it's 2-door. How much is it? MSRP, the way that this one is optioned, is right at $74,000. Let's see what you get. Now, I am in absolute awe of the door panels. I think that it was so great to go that tan. You got the contrast stitching that runs diagonally across the top of the door panel. And I'm always really enjoying the seat controls where they locate them on the Mercedes Benz. So easy to get to. It's nice brushed aluminum with those speaker covers, heated and ventilated seats, and even a large pocket there. You could bring, yes, in a Mercedes Benz, you could bring your super big gulp or super Slurpee, or maybe one of both. As we come to the dash, look at how far everything is forward. It really allows me to swim through all this open space. I feel cool as a cucumber in here. Nice soft leather, the contrast stitching. I love the dark wood. Really something different. Everybody's doing faux carbon fiber. I like the wood design. You can see the leather hood extension with the stitching, and then guess what? You're gonna get not just one over 12-inch screen, but two 12-inch displays. Look how clear that is. So wonderful. There we are in Pinellas Park. Hey, everybody. But with the actual screen, it is not touchscreen. So that's just something to be aware of, that if you want to touch the screen, you can touch it, but it does not do anything. And I'll show you how to operate that in a second. Mercedes-Benz does some of the best looking air vents. Very aeronautical. Love the textures and the designs. We come down. Here's your AC controls. Very slim. Also more controls to go into your radio, your media, your navigation. Very, very nice wood. Continues onto the center console here. We open this up. USB. Nice place for your phone. 2 cup holders, and this one has the ashtray included. That's an option. Believe it or not, I remember when those things were standard all the way back a long time ago. You do have 2 ways of controlling your screen. You could go with the controller, which, watch, we could zoom out. There we are. There's Earth, and there's Rady's Rides. Or you could zoom in. We could also go into, I could hit home here, and then we could toggle through a bunch of different information. I keep going. I always like going into vehicle. Very cool on the Mercedes because you go into dynamic select. Watch this. We could go into configurator, all sorts of information, including, yes, engine data. Look how clear that is. It's like your own little dyno machine right in your E450. You have the touch mouse pad here or the knob. You could also go into your different modes by using the dynamic switch. Volume, look at just the work that's done into it. Very nice touches, your different camera views, all that kind of stuff. Nice leather. I like the trim around here. Bombs away. Woo! Bombay doors. You could definitely take some high class cupcakes, Hostess cupcakes. You know what I haven't had in so long are those Nutter Butters. Get some packages of Nutter Butters. You can put those in there. 2 USBs, some felt lining so your Nutter Butters don't get scratched up. Close that up, and then before we go to seats, here's your Mercedes-Benz key fob. Very classy. I like the logo in the center there. You flip it around. It's got a nice weight, nice feel. And then these seats are wonderful. Love the stitch work, the perforated center. Of course, full electric assist for both passenger and driver. 3 memory settings for both. How can you go wrong? It even has where when you close the door, it hands the seatbelt to you. That's high class. And then, of course, this beautiful panoramic glass roof up here. Very nice touch, letting in a lot of nice light. But why don't you come on over the business end, and I'll show you behind the wheel of this E450. All right, guys, business time. You can see the nice brushed aluminum, the Mercedes Benz name that lights up. That's all LED lighting in there. These seats are great. I'm 6 feet tall. I got plenty of headroom. The headliner, I wish it was like a microfiber suede material. It's just a traditional setup. But other than that, the steering wheel, Mercedes Benz does some of the best steering wheels. The leather is so soft. Like the brushed aluminum look to the plastic here. And I really dig the thumb controls, how you just slide your finger and you could actually just go through a plethora of information through that dash. And speaking of the dash, over 12 inches in display. You could change it up every which way from Sunday. Look at all that information. That's more information than the Encyclopedia Britannica whole set. You could actually get your navigation here, which is really nice. And we keep sliding and you could go through all your different controls. Very easily done. The one thing I am gonna zonk are these paddles. These are the saddest looking paddles I've ever seen in my life on a Mercedes. They're plastic, they're small, they're inadequate. Placement is fine, but you would think Mercedes-Benz, they race in Formula One, Lewis Hamilton would not be happy with these paddles. So I would like to see a metal paddle and one that's a little bit larger, but other than that, really, really great from the business end. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna suck it up. I'm gonna take one for the team. Let's check out the back seat and see how comfortable that is. All right, guys, back seat time. Now remember, you can get the E450 4-door, but I'm going the coupe. I mean, the lines are much nicer. You just pull on this plastic handle right here. The seat slides all electrically. We're gonna go ahead and get into the back. It's really not too bad. Getting in, sliding it. Wow, this is actually really, really nice. I have a good amount of headroom. I'm totally sitting upright and I'm not having to curl over. Nice leather armrests. You got the aluminum speaker covers, 2 cup holders, rear AC, and you also have an ashtray back here, 12 volt and a USB. So they have you covered tech-wise, even room-wise. Now, would I want to sit back here for 100 miles? No, but let me go ahead and pull the seat back and see if it breaks my legs. Here we go, leg breaker, please. Please don't. It stopped. I actually still, look, I'm moving my legs. They're not broken. They're still there. Not too bad. Let's go ahead though, check out the trunk and see what kind of room we have back there. All right, guys, what's wonderful about this is you could have your 2 doors and also have your room in the trunk. Nice large opening, very, very deep space in there. And the best part is those seats will do the 60-40 split. So you could put even longer objects in the back of your E450 coupe. We press the button, down she comes. Let's get to the best part. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's take this E450 for a spin. All right, guys, we left Crown Eurocars. We're in the 2020 E450. One thing I love right off the bat are these seats. They are absolutely amazing. They look good, but they even feel 10 times better. The way the dash is set up, so much room in here. Feel really, really good. We're gonna take you down our little Mercedes Rise test track here to put this E450 through its paces on throttle, that 9-speed. Getting some great sound coming from the back, on the brakes. Even though this isn't an AMG car, you're still gonna get plenty of performance. I guess what you have to decide is this really worth $74,000? You know, I don't know. I think you're getting definitely a lot of luxury in here, and I know everybody's probably gonna say, just get a C8 Corvette, but nobody is gonna cross shop an E450 with a C8 Corvette. It's just not gonna happen. Transmission, very smooth, very quiet in here. I love the glass roof, letting in plenty of natural light. And I'm telling you right now, when it comes to glare, those two 12.3 inch screens, there's like no glare really on them whatsoever. So very impressed with what Mercedes-Benz has done with that. Getting to everything is very, very easy. The only thing is with these Mercedes-Benz products is that it's gonna take you about a month to figure out exactly all the switches and everything else that are in here, and a lot of the different settings within the different options and icons and everything that's in the infotainment system. Now there is a very rudimentary heads-up display. I wish that it gave me a little bit more information. Just tells me speed and what direction, compass style I'm going. But looking out over the hood, like I was telling you, those 2 bulges that they put in the hood, I really think that helps give character to the car, but it gives you great sight lines out the front as well. And I feel like with Mercedes-Benz products over the years, those certain body style elements really ties into tradition going way back into the 50s, 40s and whatnot. But very, very smooth. I like the feedback that I'm getting from the wheel. We're in dynamic mode, which is going to give us a little bit more sporty feel, and the parameters are going to be changed to fit more a sports setting than anything else. All right, guys, I want to do a little acceleration test on throttle from 20. The 9-speed drops down and we are off and running. Very quick shifts, very smooth. On the brakes, good feedback coming from the brake pedal. We're gonna tip it in here into this right-hand bend. Rear wheel drive fun. A screeching tire is a happy tire. That's how I live my life. All right, guys, I want to do a little bit of an acceleration test from a dead stop, leaving it in automatic mode. 9-speed drops down and we are off and running. Definitely 0 to 60 is accurate at 5 seconds for sure. Nice to have that rear wheel drive coupe. And like I said, you could go 4MATIC and get Mercedes Benz all-wheel drive in this E450. Great feedback from the throttle, brake pedal, and steering. We're in Sport Plus mode, which is gonna make all the parameters of the operation of the engine and everything be a little bit more performance oriented, and you could really feel the difference from the other modes as we have driven it around. But let's go ahead and see how she handles on throttle. I'm gonna just leave it in automatic mode this first time. On the brakes, good feedback. We tip it in, very nice. Look at this. 4 screeching tires or 4 happy tires. That's how I live my life. But back on throttle, great flow. The turbocharger's doing the business. Very nice, look at this. It's a little floaty, but remember, this isn't a full AMG car. So you're gonna have to go big or go home if you wanna go AMG. If you're expecting that kind of performance just because you have AMG stamped on the wheels, you're not getting the full AMG package. So suspension is a little soft, a little too soft for my taste, throwing the car around and hustling it through the twisties, but still, I think for an everyday driver, you're gonna have a nice balance of both performance and luxury and comfort. But very smooth through that right-hander. Once again, on the brakes, nice downshifts. This time I'm gonna utilize the paddles. So on throttle, first gear. The gearbox does shift with some authority as you're utilizing the paddles for sure. Not a lot of turbo lag, and that's the benefit of having the 2 smaller turbos rather than one large turbo. But downshifting using the paddles. I wish the heads-up display told me what gear I was in. It tells you all the way down the lower left, and it's just a little too small for my taste. All right, guys, here we go with the paddles. On the brakes, downshift, very nice, tip it in. I like the way that the car is very predictable. That's what's really wonderful about it, is that when you tip it into the corner, you can feel that weight transfer, and then it holds nicely on that outside front left. The back is allowed to just move a little bit to kind of help you square the corner off. But still, like I said, this is not a true AMG car that we will be bringing to you here on Rady's Rise. So stay tuned for the AMG version of this E450. But hopefully this gives you a nice overall balance of what this car is about, especially when it comes to the performance numbers. Very, very smooth though. Very smooth, very comfortable, very quiet. And all the textures that you're touching in here are very high level when it comes to feel, fit, and finish. A little bit of growl from the exhaust, nothing too obnoxious. But we're gonna go ahead and get back to Crown Eurocars and wrap this one up. So I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, been another great day here at Crown Eurocars. I definitely gotta thank Shelly and the rest of the crew for getting this 2020 E450. Hey, is it a car that you really need to take into consideration if you want that high luxury 2-door Mercedes Benz feel and fun? I think definitely you should add it to your list and come check it out. But if these are the types of cars that you like to see on the channel, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit the subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Mercedes Rise family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click the link in the description, get yourself some Mercedes Rise merch. We got the all-new Zonk shirt. We're definitely not going to zonk them. Big Guns McGee, Tom Moschner working the camera. He's wearing his medals that he won from his powerlifting competition because the news reporters are coming to talk to him. So get ready for that, Tom. And just like always, I'll see you on the next ride.